I almost wore my leopard shirt. I almost wore a leopard shirt today for our time together. I'm glad you did.
Would have looked great.
maybe you can. Maybe I can
And you
borrow that one
also,
sometime. Morella, thank you so much for being here and for being letting me interview you today. You're such a busy person, and for you to be able to take time out of your schedule, I'm so grateful for that. I love to kick these things off. I just want to hand it over to you. I want to first of all introduce everyone to Morella. Morella, you are like this dynamic powerhouse of a person, but I want you to tell everyone what you do.
what I do. So I am Morella Villavicencio. I've been working with Legal Shield. I changed my career. My background's corporate, but I fell in love with the mission. I'm all about the mission of giving access to people to the legal system, protecting them legally and from identity theft. So I changed my career over 14 years ago, and that's exactly what we do. We help people make more intelligent decisions so they get to know what their rights are, what their options are, protect them from, giving them security and safety from these hackers. They're not leaving us alone. So that's what I've been doing for all that time.
Not everyone knows what Legal Shield is. Can you explain the concept of Legal Shield from a high level?
The concept is, we've been in business 49 years. We're going to be 50 next year. So it's giving access, access to the legal system. It's like this country club that very few people have had access to, right? So Legal Shield what they have done is they created this network of top-rated law firms, just like health insurance.
Yeah.
This is like insurance. It is not. It's much better because it gives, there's so much more comprehensiveness. But you have access to top-rated law firms in the country. You're not breaking the bank. You're protecting your family, your businesses. We have a big portfolio of benefits for family, personally, small businesses. It's been an employee benefit since its inception. As a matter of fact, that's how the company started, as an employee benefit, and then it grew, more and more into small businesses, identity theft 20 years ago in 2003. So that's everything that has to do with protecting people legally and from identity theft. And now cyber attacks. Now because our company is always responding to the market needs. So now we're protecting businesses from cyber attacks. Small businesses, they're increasingly being the target of cyber thieves. It's like 43% of them are being attacked online, but just 14% of them are able to defend themselves. So that's where Legal Shield, from his identity theft protection, security products, ID Shield for identity theft for personal, and now for business, they introduce the ID Shield for business, protecting businesses from cyber attacks. It's a very comprehensive and affordable way to mitigate the risk and restore, the business from the loss.
That was very well explained. Do you work with more businesses or do you work with more individuals?
I specialize in the business solutions, working with business owners and doing the employee benefits. I have corporate accounts, bigger, mid-size, bigger, smaller. So that's what I have, because that's more of my background. And I also have an organization. I was not looking for a career change. I'm a professional student that came I'm an immigrant. I'm originally from Venezuela, South America. So I came to the United States to get my higher education. I have the MBAs, the BBAs, the AAAs. I always joke about it, but I was supposed to finish my MBA and go back, and kept on staying. I started to work again. My background is corporate. So that's what it led me to. But so I specialize, yes, in the business solutions, and also, of course, growing our organization. It's not mine. We're all in this together. We all help each other here. There's a lot of people this is it is a career. I mean, I changed my career, right? But there's a lot of people, there's substance here. We're making an impact.
How did your experience in corporate? What's the one thing that happened to you in corporate that really helped you become the entrepreneur that you are today? What was it from the corporate world that really helped you become the entrepreneur, especially here in the U.S. as an immigrant?
the cost or mission resonated with me. I'm a product of this product, by the way. Yeah, that's important to say. I don't have kids like you're blessed with those 4 beautiful, darling you have. I've had many blessings in my life. I haven't had kids. I'm an only child. I have my mom. When I learned over 14 years ago that in the United States, every state has a predetermined will for everyone, I said, what? What if I leave before my time? I took the yellow pages, started to make phone calls about how much is a will. And a very good friend of mine told me about Legal Shield. He told me, Morella, it's great that you're looking to do your will. I have this protection for me personally with Legal Shield for many years, over 15 years. I don't know, because we've been in business for a long time. For my businesses, it's been a very successful business owner forever. He tells me I offer it to my employees, but the will is included. And you, my dear, he tells me, he knows me, you have a heavy foot. So this is a very comprehensive. If you get a ticket, they'll represent you. It's not that we fix tickets, but the idea is to get the points out of because the insurance goes up, right? As we all know, that's why we pay the ticket clinic and all those. So that's how I started. I signed up. I said, I can't believe this is so, because again, it's very affordable, I'm going to say, right? So I did my will, we live in will, power of attorney, all of that. And then, this is the idea of having Legal Shield is to use it at all times. Call them. You have a law firm. I have attorneys in my family. I could have, and I have a family attorney in my family. I thought, I'm going to call him. I'm going to ask him to give you some love. It's not the same. Attorneys, and we're not competing with attorneys. I always tell people, that's another one. I always tell people, you have a good attorney, you have a good relationship, keep it by all means. But here's the thing, having Legal Shield, I don't have to call my cousin. I don't have to bother him. Can you do a letter for me? Can you review this document for me? I have Legal Shield, right? My legal muscle, I don't have to call anyone. I don't have to bother anyone. They have bigger fish to fry, right? And if I get a ticket like I did in Houston, attorneys are like doctors. They specialize, right? So my cousin is a family attorney. He cannot help me with my tickets. Not here in Florida, not anywhere, because he doesn't do traffic. So I was telling everyone, because they wrote a letter for me. I signed for $30 to have internet in my house at the time, and they kept overcharging me. Life happens. Society happens to all of us, right? I'm not going to say most of us, all of us. So they wrote a letter for me for that internet company. I'm not going to say it starts with A and T. So, and then I had surgery at a hospital. I paid them my co-payment, $300. They had the nerve of taking me to collection saying that I didn't pay them. It happens, right? So I called them many times. They ignored me. I called my law firm, and they wrote a letter immediately. They called me apologizing. Please disregard.
Wow.
You see, so that's, again, the idea. I'm always telling people, if you're going to have it, take full advantage of it.
Yeah.
Call them for nothing bad needs to happen in order for you to, and you have access to your phone, you have access to your law firm, you have an app, right? So you don't have to bother anyone. You're making more intelligent decisions. You're not breaking the bank. Nothing bad needs to happen. You're just making, again, a wiser decision, right?
So it's very clear to anybody watching this that you are very inspired by this. When you first started it, how long did it take you to develop this level of energy for what you do? Did you have to learn about the product in all of the things and all of the examples, or were you this energized right when you started?
Well, God gave me this energy, my dear friend, Chris Proud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
You should.
I think the question is more, we have training for everything. There's whomever is interested in additional income streams, right? In doing something different, in making, supplementing their income. There's training for everything. There's no quotas. There's no, right? And we, of course, I will help them. This is all I do. This is all I've been doing. Yeah. And we're really making a difference. So it is rewarding.
Over the time, I have two questions that I want to ask. Over the time that you've been doing this, what has been your biggest struggle? And then at the other end, what has been your biggest highlight? What's been the biggest highlight moment? So start with the struggle. What's been the biggest struggle for you over the time you've been doing this?
I'm very disciplined, but you really have to, when you're being an entrepreneur, if it is to be, it's up to me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about you. You are an entrepreneur. So, it's all about having the discipline. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? However you do it, but do it, baby, do it. It's this all, make your dreams come true. But really, I am all about it. The cause or mission resonated with my DNA. I already have, in my blood I'm an environmental advocate, human rights advocate. So, for me to make the transition and I was already telling everyone, Chris, you have to have this. This is better than ice cream, right? So again, going back to the challenge was, okay, Morella, you have to really focus, right? I mean, laser focus. What do you want? How do you want it? Because it's up to me. There's no quota, so you can do more, you can do little, you can do zero, right? And the most what was the other question?
What's been the biggest highlight of your if you think about one moment, what was the biggest highlight?
It's just seeing people, every time, because I have so many, really, just listening to, I'm always telling my clients, please let me know, let me hear from you. What we have is great. We're not perfect. No company is, right? But, let me hear from you, because anything, but good, bad, indifferent, because anything, we always want to correct it, right? So when they tell me, I have a client, she's in Brazil, but she has a domicile here. She rents, she has a real estate. So to go to the point, she has an aviation equipment. She sells it, and she bought a piece, $30,000 from California, and they didn't send it to her, and they just kept the $30,000. So she signed up with Legal Shield. They wrote a letter. Long story short, she got the money back. I mean, I have stories like that, Chris. Yeah. A lot, there's innumerable, countless. Amazing. So that's why I'm telling you this when I'm sharing this, because this has just happened. She sent me a message on WhatsApp. So I get those very frequently, and they fill my heart. So
it's almost like something, I feel like something like that is just propels you like rocket fuel. I'm thinking about you in particular, because you have so much energy. You know me, I have a ton of energy as well, and I identify it in you, and I feel like those kind of messages are just like rocket fuel to keep you going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You work outside of Florida, or you just work in Florida?
Yeah, nationwide. Thank you for asking. National and in Canada. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm looking to expand I do have business in Canada, but I'm looking to expand it.
Yeah.
I was thinking once, no, not once. I love Canada, so moving to Canada. So I don't have to move to Canada in order to expand my business.
Yeah.
But yes, so it is nationwide and in Canada.
I think you would fit in there perfectly. I would think they would look at you and they would feel like you were born there. You look to me like you would fit in perfectly in Canada.
I love.
Give me 3 client examples without breaching confidentiality, of course. Just tell me like the industry that they're in. Tell me about 3 of your clients that come to mind and what industries they're in.
Business owners in general, industries all across the board, Chris.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, because again, there's smaller businesses, bigger businesses, and that's on the business plans, because we protect the business itself,
sure,
right?
Yeah.
And then we have the employee benefit that protects. It's not for the business; it's a voluntary benefit. You see, so there's different things. So I have a lot of accounts that they're signing up for the protect the business, and they're offering our benefit, legal and identity theft, to their employees. It's a voluntary benefit. I'm always coming to educate them. I just came back from Tallahassee. I have several automotive groups everywhere in Georgia, North Carolina. We were today in North Carolina. Isn't this platform amazing, right? That we can be anywhere.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. And the fact that you and I can just be sitting here chatting is also amazing to me. What does the rest of 2021 hold for you? We're in Q2 as we record this. It's Q2 2021. What does the rest of 2021 hold for you?
Helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
This is more, but helping, help them grow their business.
Amazing.
I saw last year, it was very challenging for not all of us, right? But it was amazing to see, Chris, so many businesses being opened.
Yeah.
Amazing. It tells a lot about, the American entrepreneurial spirit is far from being defeated. I mean, I helped through our vehicle, Legal Shield. We helped them. We have a product it's called Launch, for businesses to launch their businesses. So many of them. So that was beautiful. It is. I know, and I plan and keep doing the same.
Do you just jump out of bed in the morning? You can't wait to get to work?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it.
I thank God because I'm kicking, I'm breathing, right? So we have to really, I'm really grateful. I am. I'm really thankful.
Well, speaking of grateful, I'm grateful that we got to spend this time together today to learn about you. I'm going to push this out on all my channels and we'll make sure everybody gets to see it. I'll tag you everywhere I do this. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, is that the best way? Should they just reach out to you through the socials?
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to take this time to thank you publicly, officially. Thank you, because you are another reason that why my business has grown in social media, which, I've been there, but I didn't have and I have to do more, but it has changed because of you, my darling. And I thank you for that. Thank you.
Listen, all I did was teach you a little bit of stuff to do. You went out and did it, and you continue to do it. And I see you. I see you in the group coachings. I see you in the communities. I see you everywhere. You are doing the work, and that's how it works. So thank you for doing the work.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Morella, you're absolutely amazing. Thanks for spending this time with me. We'll check back in with you in a little while and see how you're going. Maybe do another one of these and give people an update. I'm sure people are going to be curious.
Love to. Thank you, darling. Make it a great rest of the week.
Thank you, darling.